Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Man United are expecting PSG to make their move for Paul Pogba before the transfer window shuts. PSG are confident that £43 million will be enough after holding talks with Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola. Mino Raiola is discussing the personal terms with PSG. He said not so long ago that PSG have not yet made formal contact with Man United over Paul Pogba. Tutto Mercato Web said not so long ago that Man United are set to receive a €60 million bid from PSG for Pogba. Fabrizio Romano did say the other day that nothing is advanced between Paul Pogba and PSG. PSG want to partner Pogba alongside Wijnaldum in their midfield. According to Sky Sports, Paul Pogba is increasingly unlikely to sign a new Man United contract. Paul Pogba rejected a new £50 million contract offer at Manchester United. He's set to leave this summer. Paul Pogba's current contract at Manchester United expires next year because last season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. Not so long ago, it said that Paul Pogba decides to run down his contract and then he'll make a decision on his future next summer. It actually said a new contract for Pogba at Manchester United could see him stay at the club for the rest of his career. But Pogba has had a long-running transfer saga. You know, he hasn't only been linked with PSG, Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with him. His former club Juventus have been in for him. Pogba endured 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Barcelona have also been in for him. It said not so long ago that Barcelona are working tirelessly on a swap deal for Paul Pogba. It says they're willing to offer Samuel Umtiti and Antoine Griezmann as part of the Pogba deal. And Inter Milan have been in for him before. Mino Raiola has obviously been desperate to get Paul Pogba out of the football club. He did a lot of talking last season. He made an announcement back in December last year saying that Pogba's career at Man United is over. He said he's unhappy and he has to leave and he's got no intentions of extending his contract. Solskjaer was furious with Mino Raiola's announcement. Paul Pogba has endured 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the football club. He's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. Paul Pogba produced his best performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season. At one point last season though, he was out with a thigh injury for a while. But if we are to let Paul Pogba go, we need to get a good adequate replacement for him. Now, I want to give you some more news on Raphael Varane from Real Madrid. So Manchester United refused to pay Real Madrid's asking price for Rafael Varane. According to the Daily Mirror, Florentino Perez is demanding £50 million for Varane, but we are reluctant to pay any more than £40 million. The personal terms are getting finalised. But Rafael Varane to Manchester United is edging closer. TF1 said the other day that there's an agreement in principle between Manchester United and Varane. He said the other day that Man United are hours away from completing the Rafael Varane transfer. Talks are ongoing between Manchester United and Real Madrid. Says Man United are willing to double Rafael Varane's wages in order to sign him this summer. Fabrizio Romano's spoken a lot about the Rafael Varane saga. He did say that reports of Man United having a bid rejected for Varane are not true. And he said that Solskjaer wants the club to keep pushing to sign Varane, because he did mention that Solskjaer admires Varane. Obviously, Rafael Varane returned to Real Madrid training yesterday. Didn't train in the morning, but he trained in the afternoon, and then obviously after that he left Real Madrid's pre-season training camp. He said he just went for medical checks. Rafael Varane has definitely decided to leave Real Madrid, and he's notified Real Madrid that he wants to join Man United this summer. Varane has actually agreed a contract with Man United until 2026. It's looking very imminent. He's going to be our second major signing this summer. Real Madrid offered Varane a renewal contract offer, but he rejected it. Varane's current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. We went in for Varane 10 years ago under the Sir Alex Ferguson era. We also went in for Varane back in 2018. Because Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move. You know, Varane, being a long-serving player at Real Madrid, he's endured like 10 years with them. He's made 360 appearances in all competitions. And he's won a lot of trophies, so reflecting on that, he's got a good pedigree as a player. Real Madrid got Varane from Lens back in 2011. Some people don't think he's as good as John Stones, but I can assure Varane will exceed expectations in the Premier League. And what a centre-back partnership that will be, you know, Varane and Harry Maguire, because they'll complement each other very well. Yesterday, Manchester United confirmed the signing of Jadon Sancho. Sancho has signed a contract until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Sancho is going to be wearing the number 25 shirt, so Varane, he's going to obviously continue with the number 7 shirt. Last week, Jadon Sancho completed his medical with Manchester United. A couple of weeks ago, Manchester United agreed a £73 million fee with Borussia Dortmund for Sancho. Jadon Sancho is the second most expensive English player of all time. Not so long ago, it said the announcement of Jadon Sancho's transfer to Man United was delayed by a minor issue. Fabrizio Romano said the other day, though, that the paperwork had been sorted between Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund for Sancho. But what a great signing he is. You know, it was a long-running transfer saga because we'd been in for Sancho for like the last 2.5 years. But I knew there was always something in Sancho to Man United anyway, because it was stemming from reliable journalists. You know, Fabrizio Romano spoke a lot about the Sancho saga, and so too did Christian Falk from Bild. You know, last summer he was our number 1 priority target, but the reason we didn't get Sancho last summer is because Dortmund were demanding £108 million and we was reluctant to meet that valuation. There's quite a few midfielders on our agenda. We have been looking at Ruben Neves from Wolves. It recently said Man United are leading Arsenal in the race to sign Ruben Neves. Wolves are willing to sell Ruben Neves for £35 million. Eduardo Camavinga, we're still trying to get him from Rennes. Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid's on our agenda. Sport Bild recently said that Man United have submitted a contract offer to sign Leon Goretzka from Bayern Munich on a free transfer in the summer of 2022, which is next summer. But I am expecting Man United to enjoy a very good summer transfer window, because I am convinced that Solskjaer's going to get all the players he wants to recommend in, and it's about time Solskjaer got the backing he deserves, because he wasn't backed enough for such a long time. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. Solskjaer made it clear that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window, and he identified the areas in the squad where he wants to strengthen up. So far we've made 2 signings in this summer transfer window. We brought Tom Eaton in on a free transfer from Villa, and we also brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. And obviously we're close to signing Raphael Varane. But our board made it clear that they'd back Solskjaer with summer signings and a new 3-year contract. Just before the summer transfer window opened, it said Solskjaer had been given a £150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players. Like I say, we're not only focusing on the incomings in this summer transfer window, we're also focusing on the outgoings as well. You know, there's still deadwood at the club. So I think there's a good chance that Man United are going to loan Brandon Williams out to gain him more experience and to get him a lot more opportunities, because Williams is our 3rd choice left back and he seldom plays for us. Alex Telles, we could offload him in this summer transfer window. He's been subjected to transfer speculation recently. Reece has said Inter Milan want Alex Telles on loan. And Sky in Italy said the other week that Roma were in talks to sign Alex Telles as a replacement for the injured Leonardo Spinazzola. Telles has only enjoyed one season at Man United, but he's hardly played. He's only made, 9 appearances in the Premier League. We got Telles for 15.4 million from Porto. He's got a contract with Man United until 2024. When we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately. Phil Jones, I'm also expecting us to offload him. I haven't heard any rumours of him leaving though, but I want us to offload him because he doesn't get in our 11. He's always been inconsistent as well, and he was out of injury for a while last season. Jones is the only outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. He's been a long-serving player at Man United. He's enjoyed 10 years at the club. We have agreed to let Axel Tuanzebe go. That's the right decision. Diego Dalot, I think he's going to be leaving. He was out on loan with AC Milan last season. Andres Pereira, he's another player that's going to be leaving, I'd say. He was out on loan with Lazio last season. Pogba could be leaving, like I've said. I initially thought Martial, Matic, Van der Beek and De Gea were going to be leaving, but it looks like they're going to be staying at Manchester United for next season. By the way, Manchester United do play QPR today. It's a pre-season friendly. It's our second pre-season friendly. It's going to be interesting to see how Manchester United line up. Not too bothered about pre-season, but obviously it gets us prepared for the new season. Not long now till the new season starts. Obviously we do play Leeds on the opening day. But like I said, next season is going to be massive for Solskjaer, and he is aware of that. Next season is going to be Solskjaer's third full season as Manchester United manager, because he's enjoyed 2 full seasons at the moment. It's very imperative that we start off next season strongly, because if we don't, I think Solskjaer will be under pressure. Solskjaer's ambition for next season is to win the Premier League. These United fans that are very sceptical, we're going to win a Premier League under Ole. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. We have won 20 titles and 13 of them are Premier League titles. But yeah, Solskjaer has to win a trophy next season, because if he wins a trophy next season, that's an achievement. And then obviously that would give us something to build on. Solskjaer's not yet won a trophy at Man United. We haven't won a trophy since 2017, which is nowhere near... It's nowhere near good enough to our standards, sorry. I'd say as well, next season Solskjaer's got to improve his decision making if he is, to probably remain Man United manager, because in a lot of Solskjaer's games he's managed at Man United so far, he has been tactically naive, let's be honest. I haven't changed my perception on Solskjaer. I still don't think he's the long-term manager for Man United, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect, but I still think Ole needs more time at the club. So there you go, there's United fans that are Ole in, there's also United fans that are Ole out. To be honest with you, I've heavily criticised Solskjaer during his managerial tenure at Man United, but obviously I've had my reasons behind it. But I do think Ole is our best manager since Ferguson, because in certain aspects he has brought consistency back. Solskjaer has been in charge of Manchester United for 31 months now, which is over 2 years. And reflecting now on his been at the football club, he has gained some managerial experience and he's learned quite a bit on the job. Ole hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager. Obviously before he was with us, he was at Molde. He won a few Norwegian titles at Molde, but they're not a big club. He enjoyed 2 spells at Molde, by the way, and before Molde he was at Cardiff. And his record at Cardiff was terrible. He only enjoyed a short tenure at Cardiff. The reason he got sacked from Cardiff is because he ended up getting them relegated. We adore Solskjaer though, because at the end of the day he is a club legend. He endured 11 years as a player for Man United and he flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. I think Solskjaer in a way is still lucky to be Man United manager, because we have endured very bad periods under him where he's been extremely close to getting sacked, and obviously we lost the Europa League final to Villarreal last season. We appointed Ole in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. The club gave him the job permanently back in March 2019, reflecting how well he did as the interim manager, because Solskjaer won 14 games out of 19 in all competitions in that 3-month period. Like I've said to you, I do have my concerns about Ole, but there's also positives regarding Ole as well. Solskjaer has more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players. I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth. I think he has made good signings as Manchester United manager so far. He has spent over £300 million. Ole has got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he's coming, which he knew he had to do. Ole knew when he'd taken over at Man United it was going to be a massive job, despite him knowing the club through thick and thin, and knew he had a lot to do when he came in. I think Ole did well in his first full season. He did well in a lot of aspects in his second full season. And in general, I think Ole has done a pretty good job to say the current squad he was left with when he got appointed in as Man United manager, because he was inheriting a lot of deadwood. I didn't expect Solskjaer to do as well as he has done, so in that aspect, I am shocked. You know, when we've endured them bad periods and that, not all of the blame has stemmed from Ole. You know, he's obviously been accountable for certain things, but obviously there's certain players that have had to take responsibility, because these some players at Man United that are not good enough to represent the club. Obviously the Glazers, they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time, because the Glazers have put us in so much debt, and a lot of United fans have been demanding the Glazers out. And a lot of United fans were protesting against the Glazers at Old Trafford towards the end of last season. The Glazers have been at Man United for a good 16 years or so. They purchased the club for £500 million back in 2005. Woodward, you know, he's been one of the biggest issues at the club for a while. We know that Woodward is leaving Manchester United. Obviously, Woodward has had a 16-year association with the club. But in the last 8 years or so, Man United have been playing catch-up. Mistakes have been made. That's why we've been nowhere near as consistent as we'd like to have been. Obviously, we haven't been the same team since Ferguson retired. Obviously, a lot of United fans predicted it was all going to go wrong when he retired. No one's going to replicate what Ferguson did at the club, and no one is going to last as long as he did. You know, Ferguson won 30-odd trophies at Manchester United, and he enjoyed, a 26, 27-year tenure. So Ferguson brought success to the club, but he didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. So that just indicates it takes some managers time to settle in. Ollie's our fourth permanent manager since Ferguson. Since Ferguson we sacked David Moyes after 10 months. We sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years. We won the FA Cup under Van Gaal, and we sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. He won the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield in his first season. And also got us a second place finish, so you can say Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United. But our recruitment was poor for such a long time, as you all know. In that aspect, I blame stems from the board. In recent years, we've definitely overpaid for players. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.